The Ahoskie Regional Visitor Center Museum houses an incredible collection of articles, textiles, and personal stories from the history of the Ahoskie area. The Ahoskie Women's Club is custodian of these items, and its members work diligently to maintain and operate the museum so that the public has access to this rich history. They hold special programs on specific historic sites and events, as well as viewing hours on set days of operation. It is entirely a volunteer effort, and the club is always encouraging those interested in local history to participate. Some of the presentations have been on topics such as the prisoner of war camp that was in Ahoskie from 1944 through 1946, and the long-lasting relationships the community developed with the prisoners. There is an exhibit on the visit Ahoskie enjoyed from Lady Bird Johnson on her famous whistle stop tour in 1964, the Lady Bird Special. Among other items on display is a large collection of military veteran memorabilia from the Roanoke Chowan area, including that of native Ahoskie Major Joe Howard, who was lost while performing with the famous United States Air Force Thunderbirds. They recognize and study in depth the early founding fathers of Ahoskie, Dr. J.H. Mitchell, J.R. Garrett, and J.A. Copeland. Many firsts happened in the Ahoskie area. Lieutenant Abner Sessoms was the first African-American police officer and later became police chief in Ahoskie. Ethel Taylor, in the 1920s, was first photographer in town and was an artist, and she helped start the town library. Many other citizens and their contributions are featured in the museum collection, including that of Mr. W.H. Bassnight, who built many modern warehouses along the railroad, which triggered economic growth and progress. Mr. Bassnight also funded uniforms, instruments, and even a travel bus for the Ahoskie High School bands. Major League Baseball's first free agent contract was created and signed by the one and only Jim Catfish Hunter on Main Street in Ahoskie. The contract was written and negotiated by senior partner Carlton Cherry of the Cherry & Fly Law Firm. Many professional athletes flocked to the firm in the years following and were routinely seen having lunch and stretching their legs while walking up and down Main Street between their negotiations. The museum honors the history of local schools and of the many influential teachers that impacted the community. Items tell the personal stories of the many talented and, yes, famous individuals that sprouted from this little corner of the world. From sports figures to military personnel, political leaders and teachers, remarkable and nationally impactful people have their roots in Ahoskie. Come take a look. The museum is in the Gathering Place, 701 Church Street East, Ahoskie, or visit digitalnc.org to view many of the artifacts that the Ahoskie Women's Club has been able to archive through the generous support of the UNC Chapel Hill Libraries and the NC Digital Heritage Center.